From Compton up to Wisconsin. If you claim you're in love with a dub, keep turning me. The weed I smoke, I drink. It's supposed to stop the pain. It can't, I pray to God, I pray. If you ain't from around here, you can't come around here. You gotta watch who you talk to. Cause it could be a war around here, it's real poor around here. These demons, they will haunt you. It could be 1 a.m., you in the party life. You know them drunken girls love to start a fight. You be here today, they make you gone tonight. You got shots like a bartender turning me up. My niggas lost one, I'm sorry, keep pouring me up. You claim you in love with a thug, keep rolling me up. The weed I smoke, I drink. It's supposed to stop the pain, it can't. I pray to God, I pray. From Compton up to Wisconsin, turning me up. If you claim you're in love with a thug, keep turning me up. The weed I smoke, I drink. It's supposed to stop the pain, it can't. I pray to God, I pray. Like a motherfucking light switch. Like a nigga fuck around, fuck the right bitch. And she ain't giving no fuck. She want me so much, she want my baby in her. You see, I put on cologne so my dick can get spit on. Just know a nigga poppin' like I'm about to put the fish on. Thanksgiving dinner and I'm praying for a wish. If I had one wish, I wish I could save every motherfucking life from the darkness and bring him into light. I be your Clark Kent flying through the night. I got your beams on me when your demons in sight. The Gemini, it's him and I. The guy flow, equipment I flow through him and I. Y'all should simmer down and read what I'm saying in your son. Like a son with the AC, turn me on.
Last night I prayed, I went to work and I prayed. In the name of God I pray. Oh, save me God, I pray. In the name of God I pray. Please save me God, I pray. Take the pain away, I pray. In the name of love I pray. Take a leap of faith, I pray. I'm a mustard seed, I pray. Give a king the scene, I pray. To release the demons, I pray. To defeat the demons, I pray. I defeat the demons, I pray. Asking God am I saved. He don't talk back, but still I pray.
You ain't from around here, you can't come around here. You gotta watch who you talk to. 1 a.m., you in the party life. Woo! Get this money, nigga. Yeah, I got no time for this shit. Nigga got no time for this shit. Nigga got no time with this money in my mind. Real life gotta do another crime like. Yeah, I'ma rule the world, right? So I'ma rule the world. Yeah. I'm trying to do it right. I'm trying to tell you like, why y'all wanna be me? I'm not the man. Be y'all. Poof, gone. Hey, man. Yeah. Thank you, God. And I just talking all this goofy stuff. That's crazy. And I just be being man. He not in man jail and that, but he can't stand it. What I does. He knows my heart, you know. Yeah. I remember being born, stressed out, you remain calm. A new life placed in your arms, but not to cause harm. Just hopes for a pops and a mom. 1 year later, pop's gone. How does it feel? Knowing that you're here, but you're gone. Thought you did right, but did wrong. I tried to move on, but just like you said on the phone, I was mistaken, dead wrong. You never should've. And now I'm here, and you're wishing for a part 2. When we was all there, I was wishing we could plan parts too. When I saw flicking, seeing cars too. Heard you like to rap, could've went bars too. Looking in the man's like looking at you, and you never really knew how many thoughts I knew. Cause you really my blood, like a really proud brew. And you looking at me, and I'm looking at you. If you criticize me, then I'm shooting at you. How could you judge the stuff that I do and believe in the lies when the lies weren't true? And ever since I popped X, I learned about progress. An icebox, it came out of my chest. From my pops and black lights, I'm heartless. Like red dots and check marks, it's awesome. And ever since I chose to stay true, say motherfuck me, no motherfuck you. You couldn't trust me, I couldn't trust you, but you never should've. And now I'm here, and you're sitting there cold stairs, wishing you was here. When back then I'd be right there, but I had to leave to treat myself fair, cause you never could've. And ever since I chose to stay true, say motherfuck me, no motherfuck you. You couldn't trust me, I couldn't trust you, but you never should've. And now I'm here, and you're sitting there cold stairs, wishing you was here. When back then I'd be right there, but I had to leave to treat myself fair, cause you never could've. And you never would've, cause I have to take shots if you ever could've. And a couple K-Dots and a couple J-Rocks and watch a top dog like a tank top, and it's on push the stars, quick and clean. This is how we push the all. I'm taking time. I spent hours on my wrist to watch. She came first, 1 second, let me fix my car. Me and my ex undressed, had a menage a trois. We had sex with our best friend, blah blah blah. We had made a little film, we had went too far, but like a VH1 special, where are they now? She fell in love with a dog like, who that boy? I know a couple dudes ran through that boy. He a bitch with a snitch, he was trying to hit him lick. Life got me, that's when he got my friend started, so you know I can't quit. I already shop and talking, so you know I can't miss. You gotta keep it 100 if you really want this. You can get it any moment like a bitch won't. I'm not saying I'm pissed, but you know I got pissed, cause I gave him my all when I gave him my shit's no bunny. That's even more tricks, like a VH1 special on some hip hop shit. And ever since I chose to stay true, say motherfuck me, no motherfuck you. You couldn't trust me, I couldn't trust you, but you never should've. And now I'm here, and you're sitting there cold stairs, wishing you was here. When back then I'd be right there, but I had to leave to treat myself fair, cause you never could've. And ever since I chose to stay true, say motherfuck me, no motherfuck you. You couldn't trust me, I couldn't trust you, but you never should've. And now I'm here, and you're sitting there cold stairs, wishing you was here. When back then I'd be right there, but I had to leave to treat myself fair, cause you never was like, yeah, and I'd be like, no, and you be like, when? I was like, no, cause I would never care, so I'd say so. And you get so mad, cause you don't really know how did I feel, or how did I grow, how did I change, or how did I show, how did I express in the world so cold that a nigga been stressing. When that gets older, when that gets old, I'm leaving with my ass exposed. Everybody got assholes, even trash holes that reek when the fucking gas blows, but there when the money cash flows. As long as you know it ain't true. For all your success, you have to blame you. You have to take L's, you have to take two. You gotta change minds if you're gonna break through, cause you never should've. Took all those pills, drinking in the midnight grill. Man, I put this on the real talk, who you trying to kill? Your body getting tired like a wheel, your body getting hot in the bill. Electric, how does that feel? You're restless, how does that feel? You're breathless, how does that feel? Precious under that veil, and one day won't get will. And ever since I chose to stay true, say motherfuck me, no motherfuck you. You couldn't trust me, I couldn't trust you, but you never should've. And now I'm here, and you're sitting there cold stairs, wishing you was here. When back then I'd be right there, but I had to leave to treat myself fair, cause you never could've. And ever since I chose to stay true, say motherfuck me, no motherfuck you. You couldn't trust me, I couldn't trust you, but you never should've. And now I'm here, and you're sitting there cold stairs, wishing you was here. When back then I'd be right there, but I had to leave to treat myself fair, cause you never could've. I got friends that know my losses and wins, who never judge me for that. Who gon' love me like them? Or like my sister Javonta and my mama and them. Man, they love me with nothing. Who gon' love me like them? Or like the man in these jams, you know his shadow is friend. That one man you call Ben, who gon' love me like him? What you hear in this song is me righting my wrong. So can you love me for me? And if not, then move on. Cause I've been sipping on this juice and Patron, tryna hide my feelings like my tooth had been gone. So I hate getting text how I'm doing this more. Should I rather go deeper? What do you do when you want? Are you crying real tears, sending teardrops? When you go through stranger things, do you binge watch? Are you just riding with your brother cause your friends watch? Funny videos you make of them on your TikTok, I need to know. Who fake around me? Like who could tell a bold-faced line, be laying bare naked around me? I had trust for those that I chose to put beside me. 1 week we did a robbery, next week they chose to rob me. What a scary night. With a gun in my head, I gave him my bread like this thief made air slice. I got away, spun the block, thinking what was early in the morning. Woo! I know somebody on in. Woo! But it's time to get the money, bro. Woo! You can't act funny about that money, yo. Early in the morning. Woo! Can I hit it in the morning? Woo! But then you gotta feed them kids. Jammin with juice. Y'all know what the business is. What? I said what? I said what? I said what? It's Jammin with juice. Y'all know what the business is. Call in, text in. Okay. It's there, right? Okay. First dinner,
What's up, Juice Nation, and to all the juicy jammers out there. And good morning, Milwaukee. You are now tapped into sipping on and waking up to Jammin with Juice, the morning stream. Okay, the only morning stream you guys need to be a part of. I am your girl Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. And you already know I got my boy Ben jamming with me.
It is amazing.
It is definitely amazing, and we are live from the Jammin with Juice studios at the Milky Way building, and sponsored by Cindy Johnson Allstate Insurance Agency here in Milwaukee. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a great start to your morning. We see y'all in the chat. Okay, we got our certified juicy jammers in the chat, ready to get things cracking, ready to get this Tuesday started, because it's Tuesday.
What that mean?
What do you think it means?
You are now rocking with Benjamin
Kahunga! Taco Tuesday! But, yeah, we got to do our morning roll call, y'all. So, Ben, can you please give me my theme music? Did you just do clock that?
No, I did this.
Oh, I thought you did. Clock that. All right, good morning to Lady B, who is first in the YouTube chat this morning.
Good morning, Lady
We
B
got
Milwaukee.
SE in the YouTube chat this morning. We got McNuts. McNutt, tell us if you care that Ben says that, please.
I want to see a picture. Send a picture.
Willie Graves is in the chat this morning. We got Anita Nicole in the chat this morning. We got Kawanda in the chat this morning. We got Sir Chance in the chat this morning. We got Venus Jones in the chat this morning. We got my girl Kayla. Hey, Kayla, girl.
How you doing?
Lady B said, I'm hollering.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because she said that was funny.
Good.
No, I 100% need McNutt to let us know if that's okay. Okay.
McNutt could be a girl.
We already established that it's not. I told you this last week.
How do you know McNutt's not a girl?
They said it in the chat, and I told you, and you said, "Oh, I could say a man has a big butt." You don't even remember what you be saying, bro.
That is true. You know, but McNutt says, "Look, I don't care one bit. Appreciate the attention."
Ooh.
Okay, now McNutt, throw that thing in a circle. Throw that ass in a circle.
That's something I feel like Eastside Corey would have said. Somebody let Eastside Corey know we over here.
I need my sausage.
Shout out Trey Tay.
Shout out to Trey Tay. Good morning.
This
Top of the morning to you, King.
What? Light on the TV.
Oh yeah, you gotta just turn that.
I know,
joint, bro.
I did. Okay.
Man, this morning's going so lovely right now, fam.
There it is.
Woo! We here, y'all. We here, Juice Nation.
All right. McNutt, I'm a man. This is so funny.
I want to see a picture.
Anyway, you guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday for real. It's rainy. They are going to try you. I told you, you're going to catch the right one at the right time one day.
I ain't going to lie.
And that's just going to be that.
There was a man yesterday. I was out and about. He knows that, you know, I do the Jammin with You show.
Yeah.
Stuff, but he caressed the top of my back yesterday.
He what?
Caressed the top of my back. Like,
how so?
Like he was like this. He was like, "Hey, Ben."
Oh, really?
Like, oh, what the
Where
hell?
was you at?
What is that? What is that? I was at a place that I'm not gonna mention right now.
Okay.
What the hell?
That's what you get though, because you be putting that energy. You know, Ben is a great example of you get what you put out. You know what I'm saying? So if Ben is putting out this energy that he just is, you know, shamefully or unshamefully a part of the LGBTQ plus community, that is perfectly fine. Like nobody is coming at you, but I'm just saying, when you put when you put it out there, that's what you're gonna receive. So yeah, you're gonna have grown men caressing your back because you caress them on the air every day.
I mean, if that's what's happening in their imagination, then so be it. I can't control that.
You're compromised.
Okay? I'm really not. I'm very straightforward. You know what I'm saying? I'm very straightforward. Okay.
I don't know. I think you be leaning a little bit.
Somebody told me yesterday, they was like, "Ben, you got a lot of liberal views." I was like,
"Do
for real?"
you?
I was like, "You think I'm a liberal?" They was like, "Yeah, you're black. You talk about all these sexual innuendos. I think you're a liberal." I was like, "If that's how you identify me as, then so be it. But I know who I am."
Exactly. Right. Kawanda says, "Seek and you shall find."
That's crazy, Kawanda.
No, 100%. But I hope y'all are driving safe. If you are on the roads, it's raining out, or at least it was when I came in here this morning. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Do y'all not like it, but do you mind driving in the rain? Because it's something I completely do not like, especially when it's dark outside. Because I don't know, maybe it's my vision or something, but things just get a little bit too reflective for me on the street. And it really hurts my eyes when it's raining out, and then now my windshield wipers, it tells me all the time, like, hey, you should probably get some new windshield wipers because it don't be as clear. And then you got the headlights from other cars coming at you, and then the street lights and is reflecting on the streets. It just be too much for me.
That stigmatism that I got in my left eye be stigmatizing. You know
yes.
What I'm saying? Like everything becomes a blur now. You know,
I didn't know that was a thing, that when you are driving at night and if it's a little bit glary in your eyes, that's not supposed to happen. If it's streaky, if it's like strobe lighting,
a bunch of string lights.
Yeah,
that's all you see, a bunch of strobe lights.
That's not supposed to be happening. And I didn't know that. Mine is not super bad, but I just don't like driving at night like that, especially when it's raining out. So when it's dark coming here and y'all going to where y'all going, just make sure y'all are safe driving.
I would happily say that I do not like driving in the rain whatsoever. I'm not going to say it's a fear of mine, but I just prefer not to do it. You know, I prefer not to drive in the rain.
100%.
You know, especially after Milwaukee just had that flood, you know, when I see rain outside, it's like a trauma. It's a trigger for you? It's a trigger. It's a trigger. It's like, damn, it's going to be another flood all over again.
Mostly because on the north side, and it's probably on other sides too, but like, you could easily drive into a puddle and not even know that you about to drive into a whole big old puddle. Because that's exactly what happened to me that day of that flood back in August. Ditch. I was like, a what?
A ditch, a pothole?
Oh, I thought you said something else. But yeah, no, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And they say it's supposed to turn into slush today as well. So just be careful as y'all are driving out there in them streets today. Because, you know, when I got up to the gym, I was like, man, it's raining. Also, real quick, I want to say we don't pay enough respect to Wale. I know that's random.
Random as hell.
But it made me think because I was at the gym and I was listening to his new album. Did you know Wale dropped a new album?
I didn't know. Nope.
Wale dropped a new album, you guys. If you don't know Wale, he is a DMV rapper. He's kind of more poetic to me, honestly. But he just dropped an album on Friday. And
that's why he's been out.
People are starting to compare him, saying like, oh, Wale is everything y'all thought J. Cole was. Which I don't appreciate the comparisons. I don't appreciate the comparisons. But shout out to Wale because he definitely has like people say he make music for the women.
Well, he does make music for
Lauren.
Women. Yeah, I would say he definitely does make music for women. But honestly, I've always said that Wale was dope. I remember when he came out in like 2008, 2009, super dope rapper. I just think that we had this conversation actually off air, but I think Wale never got his fair shake, you know, because he was signed to an artist, which is one of the worst things you can ever do as an artist yourself. Never sign yourself to another artist because more than likely you're never going to be the main or top priority. When Wale was signed to WMG, Maybach Music, okay, it was about Rick Ross and Meek Mill, and I don't know how Wale even saw himself fitting on that roster because I personally saw his music being much bigger and better.
I feel like sometimes artists just want an opportunity, you know, and it's like it might not fit what they're trying to do or they're hopeful that it will. Yeah. Shout out Wave Chappelle. Wave Chappelle, I feel like was one of them because, you know, when he was signed to Gotti's label, CMG, and then eventually he was like, listen, this isn't really a fit for me and what I'm trying to do and, you know, my vision for my career. So I'm going to just, you know, dip out and do it independently. Maybe that was a situation with Wale, but he was more locked in. But I like Wale. I was listening to some of his old albums too, like after the new album, you know, went off, and I went to like Ambition and all that, and nothing. What was it called? Nothing. Something. Was the same? No, that's Drake.
Shout out to the Wavy one. Shout out to Wave Chappelle, man. One of the dopest MCs here in Milwaukee for sure. He just had a few articles go up about him on TMJ4 and things of that nature. But you know, I've never got a chance to ask him this, although I do see the gentleman around from time to time. But
Put your mic up.
I would actually like to ask Wave Chappelle, would he actually still like to be on the label currently right now? All right, because the only reason I'm saying this is because I personally don't believe that Yo Gotti was ready to be the boss that he needed to be at the time of him having a Wave Chappelle. Like, Wave Chappelle is a dope MC, bar none. Okay, and I'm standing by that. However, CMG as it is today, having Glorilla on the roster and a few other rappers, Moneybagg Yo, I think Wave Chappelle would have done great had he had just stayed on the label for another decade. That's my opinion. Sometimes you need to sit in the cut and just wait and see things out.
Nah, because
that's my opinion.
No, because I feel like they could have stifled his growth and what he wanted for the vision of his own career and how he wanted to creatively express himself. Because you still don't really see a lot of, to my knowledge, who on CMG really has a style like a Wave. I feel like they still could have pushed him to the side in a sense. I don't know if that's initially what was going on. I think it was more so his own decision, but yeah.
I remember talking to Wave Chappelle. He said it was his own decision to move off of CMG.
Right.
But at the same time, sometimes I think to myself, when it comes down to Wave Chappelle being on there, he could have been a dope songwriter. He had already given Yo Gotti great ideas and concepts for songs. You know, Who knows? But at the same time, shout out to Wave Chappelle and everybody in Milwaukee grinding it out and putting the city on the map. We really need you guys.
Yeah, that connection is still there, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Probably could hit him up anytime and be like, "Hey, bro.
Hey, for real. And then,
hey, let's get it, bro."
Facts, you know, because at the end of the day, it would have been dope if because right now how Wave Chappelle goes about wearing the Carhartts and things.
Oh yeah.
You know, what if he would have did the Carhartts with CMG? I'm just throwing it out there. But hey, that's neither here.
Shout out Carhartt too.
All I know is when it comes to these different artists, just never sign to another artist. Whether it's Kanye West, whether it's a Lil Wayne.
Honestly, though, I feel like, and y'all let me know in the chat, you know, how y'all feeling about just labels in general today, because I almost feel like labels could potentially be a waste of your time. But it just depends on who you are and the type of creator you want to be. Yeah. Because if you are somebody who kind of wants to be able to control your own music and you have a push in it, kind of like a Lil Russell, right? A Lil Russell or like a Chance the Rapper, where you know for a fact that with your music, you're going to push it hard regardless. You're going to market it hard regardless, and you want to keep that creative freedom. I think it might not be super beneficial for you to join a label because you will be stifled and you will be kind of controlled. But if you're somebody who, you know, you don't really care about that, you just want to make some music, you just want to kind of have everything paid for you and you be a star, then maybe the label route is for you. But it seems like nowadays, having more creative freedom and being independent is almost the best way, because then you control all your masters, you get to control how you want to express your music when it comes to music videos, how often you want to drop, what you want to drop, how long you want the songs to be. It's just a lot of control. That's why major artists now are trying to be more independent. You got Sierra now, she owns her masters, I think.
Just because you own your masters doesn't mean that you're doing
independent
anything good with it. Because okay, look, and everybody's talking about, you know, hey, record labels are bad, let's just be independent. But come on now, you need a bit of both. You need a piece of the machine and you need a piece of yourself. It's kind of like this, right?
Why?
Let me break this down. Okay, so if you, I guess it comes down to your own goals of what you really want to do. But if you're looking to be this big old star and that's what you're looking for, then you need the machine behind you, you know. And sure, it does come with a bit of structure, if you will. They want you to, oh, I gotta go to New York today. I have to go to Atlanta today. Or you can just sit in your backyard and do what you want to do if that's what you want to do on the independent route. But I want to put this analogy out there though. If you're a person who sells cookies, right? You can sell cookies on your block. You'd be like, you know what? I just like baking cookies. This is what I like to do. I like to bake cookies. I'm selling them on this corner. I'm selling them on that corner. That's just what I like to do. But I really want to be the best cookie maker of all time. Like that's my goal. I want to be the best cookie maker of all time. You can do it on your corner and possibly live out a happy life. However, once you get that machine behind you that can actually produce it, put it into major stores for you, that will push you to the next, or it'll push you to exactly where you're trying to go if you want to be the best. So what I'm saying is I don't believe that record labels are bad, all right? I believe that you need a bit of both if you're going to win. Master P was essentially an independent record label. His No Limit Records is essentially an independent record label. They basically just had a distribution deal through Priority Records, and they did what they wanted to go ahead and do, right? But at the same time, we know who Master P is. Same thing with Cash Money. Everybody want to be Baby and Birdman and all these people or whatever, but Cash Money had one of the best record deals of all time, and they did it how they wanted to do. So what I'm saying is you can still hold on to your creative integrity with the labels. It doesn't mean that you just have to be butt broken by the labels just by signing to a label. It's all, but at the end of the day, like you said before, it comes down to what you really want to gain from it. Like La Russell, right? La Russell can continue to do what he wants to do and develop and cultivate the community that he is building. That's cool and all, but up until he decides to get behind a big machine or partner with a machine, he will never really get the glitz and glamour that I believe La Russell can get and possibly is actually yearning for. But
see, that's what I disagree with, because I don't think people need the labels anymore.
Okay.
You bringing up people back in the day. I'm talking about 2025 and in the future. How important will labels honestly be when you have a lot of artists who don't even have trust in their labels? They calling out their labels all the time for how they mismanage them. Mm-hmm. And so I think that the future of where music is to have all creative control of whatever it is that you want to do, and you might not necessarily need a label to do it. Now, I would say, or would you say that Chance the Rapper was the biggest independent?
He was never independent. Yeah, that was the marketing.
In the beginning, when he was doing all that guerrilla, who was he with?
Okay, so in the very beginning, Chance the Rapper sure was independent.
Because he claimed, he be saying he's independent.
Yeah, he claimed to be independent. That was marketing, all right? But I would say when he was first doing his thing out of Chicago, that was his independent grind. Mm-hmm. But by the time we started hearing, what was the record with him, 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne?
I don't remember.
You don't want no problems with me. Yeah. You don't want no problems. He was signed by that time.
To who?
I forget the exact record label he was signed to at the time. But what I'm saying is, once the record label started to realize that saying that, hey, I'm independent, could actually be used as some marketing ploy to get your community around you a little bit more, that's when they started to allow their artists to say, well, I'm independent. And now that's where you see 10 years from now, or from at that point in 2015, a lot of artists are like, oh man, I'm independent, but they have backing from record labels.
Are you talking about like a major label or just like a smaller one?
I'm talking about a major label.
Because even when I look it up on Google, it says Chance the Rapper is an independent artist and does not have a major label.
Maybe currently right now. At that time, he was definitely signed, bro. Just hey, do your research. Because
he said, okay, I'll do some more. I'm gonna do some more research on it.
In 2 seconds, okay?
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying
even
is,
today, he be. Regardless, I think there can be a very big artist in the future who doesn't necessarily have a machine behind them. You know what I mean? That's more so what I'm saying, because you see what the machine gets you. Yeah, it gets you like a Drake, and now Drake is over here trying to sue the machine that was pushing him.
That's because he's white. Okay, that's why Drake is trying to sue. He lost the battle. You know, what do you be calling that boy? Lawbury now? They call him Lawbury.
I'm just saying.
Lawbury got an album coming out too, which I can't wait to hear.
So who you want to sign to?
Who do I, honestly,
Or do you want to stay independent?
So when I first began my music journey, I definitely wanted to sign to Bad Boy. All right, I wanted to be a part of Bad Boy Records. Okay, shout out to Trey Tay. Bad Boy. Notorious B.I.G. was my favorite rapper and still is one of my favorite rappers of all time, besides myself. But I definitely wanted to sign to Bad Boy. From Bad Bad Boy, for me, it went to Rockefeller. From Rockefeller, it went to Good Music. And after that, I kind of looked around and was like, you know what? Especially at this point in time, I wouldn't necessarily want to sign to any one of those artist ran labels. And that's my point that I was saying before. You don't never really want to sign to an artist because you will never, ever really be the focal point of that label, okay? But if I was to sign to anybody, it would have to be like UMG. I'd have to like do a direct deal with Universal Music Group. That's where I want to go. Because they got the biggest bag, got the biggest influence, and they would know how to put me in the right direction to win. Well, within a partnership deal, I would say.
Okay, lastly, before we...
I don't know if I'm with the distribution deal that Rock Nation just talked about.
I was just about to bring that up. So before we go to something you say, I did want you to bring that up real quick and explain to me why the new distribution deal with Rock Nation has is making headlines right now, because I feel like that's what a lot of artists are talking about.
I can tell you in one word: Jay-Z.
But I'm saying, what is it though? What is the distribution deal?
I guess we can talk about it in Something Juicy.
I got other stuff for Something Juicy. You want to talk about that too? We'll just start with that.
Okay.
We'll start with that, but make it quick because I got other stuff for Something Juicy. So make sure you guys keep it locked. We're about to take a little pause for the cause, a little 3-minute juice break. Don't go anywhere, you guys. We got more conversations coming up next, especially Something Juicy. Don't go anywhere, Juicy Jammers. The juiciness continues next, right here on Jammin' with Juice. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick-cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee, wee, wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
Contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cindy Johnson today at 414-445-2558.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
They laughed, they doubted. They said we couldn't do it, but we stayed loaded. Loaded with purpose, loaded with faith. Loaded, living off a dream everyone doubted. It isn't just a clothing line, it's a mindset. Every stitch, every logo, every fit reminds you. You don't need their approval, just your vision. So wear your grind, wear your dream, stay loaded. Living off a dream everyone doubted. It's amazing.
Got a business, event, or brand you want the city to know about? You gotta let them know about it here. Jammin' with Juice is where the people are listening, laughing, and showing love every single morning. Let's put your brand right in the mix. Whether it's an on-air mention, interview, or social media promo, we've got options that make sense for you. So if you're ready to get your message in front of our Juicy Jammers, hit us up at jamminwithjuice@gmail.com and let's work.
What up, Juicy Jammers? It's me, your boy, Ben Jammin, and I think it's time for us to go down the rabbit hole. Now, if you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of information you find on the internet or experienced in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another, up until your curiosity is satisfied. And that's what I intend to do each and every day you guys watch us live. Spark your curiosity and transform the way you see your world. So tap into Jammin' with Juice each and every day so your rabbit hole can be filled. What up? It's me, Ben Jammin. When I wrote my new song Killer, honestly, I wasn't sure what direction it was going to take. But by the time I finished the chorus, tears started rolling down my face. And I knew this wasn't just a song, it was a story that needed to be told. Growing up, so many of us hear and see messages about who we're supposed to be. Too often, those messages are built on negative stereotypes. We're told we're destined to be gangsters, drug dealers, or killers. And when you hear that long enough, some people start to believe it. They take that path and end up in a place they can't escape, dead or behind bars. Killer tells that story, but it also delivers the lesson that you don't have to be what the world tells you to be. You can be a doctor or a lawyer, a radio host, a game designer, a farmer, whoever you choose to be. It's your life. If this story resonates with you, go listen to my new record, Killer, now streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. It's amazing. Yes, me. Make Jammin' with Juice with no knee. On our way to the T.O.P. with our cities on our back like we gon' see. You already know what it is. This is Jammin' with Juice. And make sure you go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to jamminwithjuice.com to become a certified Juicy Jammer.
Remember, from here on out, you're amazing.
It's Noni Juice. You know we keeping it juicy. Spilling truth with a smile so sweet. Talking all the buzz from the blogs and the tweets. From the headline to the hometown streets. She bring the flavor, can't nobody compete. Something juicy with Noni Juice. Talk of the town, yeah, she got the news. Keeping it fun, keeping it true. It's something juicy, keeping it juicy too.
All right, you guys, welcome back. It's Jammin with Juice, and right now it's time for us to get into something juicy. But the very first thing, if you guys were not just getting tapped in and you guys have been here, we want to talk about Roc Nation real quick, because reports are saying that Roc Nation is disrupting the distribution space by opening its once exclusive service to all artists for free while letting them keep ownership of their masters. With big names like Clips, Westside Gunn, and Megan Thee Stallion already on board, the platform is expanding very fast, and they're saying its unmatched social media analytics give artists insights no competitor can offer. Benjamin brought this to my attention, I want to say like yesterday at some point.
That is when the news broke.
But what is really going on with this Roc Nation deal, and why is it being talked about so heavily right now?
I mean, like I said before, Jay-Z is a part of this, and anything that Jay-Z does, not just hip-hop culture is going to pay attention to it, but artists are going to pay attention to it, and the world is going to pay attention to it. I mean, Roc Nation, Jay-Z was once affiliated with a streaming platform called Tidal. All right, I was interested into Tidal. I remember even thinking about that as my own brainchild, and then a year later, Jay-Z had did it. So I just knew that, if Jay-Z thought of it at the same time that I thought of it, then that means that greatness lives within me as well. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. All right, but the Roc Nation distribution deal is a big thing that people are looking into. Apparently, if you do this Roc Nation distribution deal, you as an artist can keep 85% of your royalties, as they take 15% away from you. Okay, and an 85-15% deal on paper looks good. It's actually one of the most coveted record deals that most people have been looking for. And when I say record deals, I'm talking about a full record deal, not just a distribution deal. These 85-15 split deals are deals like I just mentioned before with Cash Money, No Limit Records, even Rockefeller, when they actually did do their thing for real, eventually got and worked their way up to do these types of deals, basically so you can keep more control over your creative content and your creative output, as the record label will go ahead and do the 15%. However, this distribution deal has came with a lot of backlash. Other artists who are actually independent artists, like Russ, have came out and said that
He said it was trash.
Yeah, he said it was trash. He's like, bro, I'm not rocking with this whatsoever. And anybody who wants to sign this Roc Nation deal, hey, you're just going to be sitting out there not collecting anything, because ultimately this distribution deal or distribution platform seems to be just like a DistroKid. Actually, I just signed up on DistroKid like last week, okay? Seems to be just like a DistroKid and or like a TuneCore. There's really no advantage. And this is what Russ and a lot of other people are saying. There's no advantage in the signing with this Roc Nation distribution deal. What's so crazy about this too, Juice, is that we actually know an artist here in Wisconsin who had signed a Roc Nation distribution deal about like 2 years ago, before now it became what it is today. Shout out to Cam Will, all right, before, and he told me it was pretty good, all right? So, hey, to each his own. I will say that you guys should explore the deal before you start to listen to naysayers, because there's a lot of people out there who will try to destroy your dreams before you even start to build them. So you have nothing to lose, really, especially if you're an artist who haven't got nothing going for yourself.
All right. Thank you for the Roc Nation update. It'll be interesting to see who actually would sign up for that. But
it's going to be a lot of people.
I mean, of course, because everybody wants opportunity and they feel like, they can get one with this.
That's Jay-Z. He has a brand name, Okay, people want to.
Yeah, but do Jay-Z really even be? Yeah, whatever.
No, he doesn't. He's not even the one behind it. For
That's
real.
what
He's
I'm
the
saying.
face of
It's
it.
like, come on.
But
we gotta be smarter than that.
That's what happens though when you have worked up a name for yourself. You don't even have to be the business like that anymore. You're just the face of it. Just gotta make sure you do good business though. That's why La Russell had got on Rock Nation's case before, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he was talking about them wanting to sign him and was about to hit him with like $100,000 check, and then he had to check one of the people or whatever, hit Hove to tell him like, bro, these your people, this what they doing, and then they came back with $1 million check, but he was like, oh hell no, I ain't doing none of this with y'all now.
Absolutely not.
You know?
Y'all tried to get over on me. I'm taking that personal.
Hey.
Well, thank you for that update, Benjamin.
No problem.
All right, now another another story that hit my timeline yesterday is for all of the video game lovers out there and anybody who loves GameStop.
Okay,
I used to like going into GameStop every now and again back in my heyday. But on Saturday, December 6th, GameStop will have its first ever Trade Anything Day, where people can trade in anything they want with some restrictions for store credit, GameStop told USA Today in an email. Now, the object that customers choose to trade in must fit in a 20 by 20 by 20 box, and customers can trade in up to one item, you guys. Now, apparently they're saying that this isn't something that's new to GameStop. They always, kind of have traded things, but now you can trade in anything that you want within reason, okay? You're going to get store credit for your trade-in. GameStop has not stated how the value of items traded in will be determined.
I swear to God, because that's really what I want to know.
I know.
I am not
they have
lie.
not yet
GameStop will rob your ass blind, okay?
But it said that they will issue guidance soon. So GameStop has not released information on whether members of its loyalty program, GameStop Pro, will receive a different amount of store credit, but the retailer stated it will release more information as we move closer to Trade Anything Day.
Nah, for real, man. I've definitely seen where GameStop, because again, like you said, Juice, you went to GameStop as a child before. I've went to GameStop before, and I vividly remember coming into GameStop with about I don't know, it's probably 8 games I ain't play no more. But I'm thinking I'm gonna make a little come up, like a little bread. I came in with 8 legendary games, all right? And one of them was like a Madden, another one was like NBA 2K, the other one was like NBA Street, whatever. I turned these games in, y'all, and I swear, GameStop only offered me $7, okay? And I was like, hell no, this stuff is worth way more. Y'all about to sell each and every one of these at least for $14. So, now that they have the Trade Anything Day, I just wonder what they're gonna value your items at. Like if I come in with a water bottle or a case of water, what is that? What y'all gonna really value that at? You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to be underpriced. But what I will say is I think it will be smart to buy a few of GameStop's stocks at that point though, just because I remember a few years ago something that happened in the stock market or whatever, where they had went up in price. It was crazy. All right, that was the real come up.
Now, some people are asking okay, now what can't you trade in when it comes to GameStop? Because people are probably going to try to trade in a lot of crazy stuff.
It's some erroneous things in there.
They did make a smaller list of what cannot be traded in. A few things on that list is hazardous waste, material, chemicals, or liquids, lithium-ion batteries, or items containing those batteries. You can't trade in weapons or ammo. You cannot trade in dead or alive animals. Which I don't know why somebody would want to do that in the first place, but hey, I guess
people are weird. That's why.
You can't trade in legal or illegal alcohol, tobacco, drugs, or pharmaceuticals. You can't trade in computers or other machines or small electronic equipment. No gift cards, no sexual and explicit items, and anything resembling a body part. Do not bring that in. But something they say you can bring in is like arts and crafts. So if you're like a knitter or you crochet things or you sculpt or anything, you definitely can trade those items in. I'm just wondering, what are they gonna do with all the items everywhere? Like, are they gonna eventually sell them on like some type of website or something? It's just, why are y'all why are they doing it? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So hopefully within the next few weeks here, they will give a little bit of more information on why they are deciding to do this. But Trade Anything Day, it is coming on December 6th, you guys, if you're interested. It's a Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that day. I will trade something in. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trade
They're going to give you $13 worth of credit.
And honestly, there is a game that I do want from GameStop. There's a game out there that I personally want. I don't know if they'll give it to me, but hopefully it's worth the value.
No,
I just want like $60 worth of stuff. Actually, I have a storage unit that I need to clean out.
Hey, go find some things and give it to GameStop.
I got a storage unit that has about 4 or 5 speakers in there with the entertainment center and 2 air mattresses. Hopefully, if I turn that in, GameStop gives me something for it.
Good luck. All right, moving right along. This has been on my timeline for a couple days now, but I wanted to bring it here to Jammin' with Juice. So Meta plans to build a 1 billion, data center in Beaver Dam. 1 billion, y'all. Not 1 million. 1 billion. All right, $1 billion data center campus in Beaver Dam. They announced the project, marking the tech giant's first data center in the state of Wisconsin. The 700,000 square foot facility is expected to be completed in 2027 and will support 100 jobs, according to state officials. Meta says it will restore 100% of the water consumed by the Beaver Dam data center to local watersheds, and says the facility will use dry cooling, which means there will be no water demands for cooling once it's operational.
Dry cooling. I wonder how that process works then.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But the announcement comes as technology companies expand their data center infrastructure to meet growing demands from artificial intelligence technology. Data centers house the computer servers and equipment needed to power online services and AI applications. So, yeah, Beaver Dam, I think they broke ground already, but it's getting some backlash from the residents who live in Beaver Dam, because they're like, one, y'all didn't let us know or even let us vote if we wanted to have this here in the first place. Like, y'all can't just be coming to our area and building things that will take up our water supply.
It just causes a lot of pollution.
That too. And it's just like, a lot of these data centers, and you said it before, Ben, are going to be coming to Wisconsin because of all of our lakes we have.
Nah, that's real. That's
using up
legitimate.
all of our water, because AI, y'all, and artificial intelligence and all of the technology that we are starting to use with the cloud and things, all of that takes a lot of water, you guys. So let's just be mindful of that. I try to be mindful sometimes as I use my AI systems.
Do you?
A little bit.
You the person who told me you use ChatGPT for your therapist.
I've never used ChatGPT.
You the same person who told me you talk to ChatGPT like it's your girlfriend.
We do be chatting.
You the person who told me. So you don't give a damn about the pollution of our water systems. You don't give a damn about the filtration.
Every second of the day. I don't use it every second of the day.
Did you now just type away and ask me about Chance the Rapper's record label and then use AI to discover what was really going on
I
with that?
use Google, and Google, apparently you can't use AI to not Google stuff anymore. Which, who made that change? Who changed that to where you have to use artificial intelligence or AI automatically pops up? Like, if you look up Jammin' with Juice, it say a lot of stuff about us.
That's actually true.
But I don't know. I think it's kind of bogus that they didn't ask their residents about building this data center before they decided to break ground on it. I mean, they're the ones that are going to be affected by it. But at the end of the day, it is a business. It's a company, and they don't care. They was going to do it regardless. Honestly, we could have all of these little town hall meetings and all of the things to try to like stop stuff.
Your voice doesn't matter.
And they'll look at you like, okay, yeah, we'll take that into consideration, and then do it anyway, just because it is a business. They want to make money. They see how tech is transforming the world right now. Everybody is using it, and unfortunately, we're going to be the guinea pigs of it because we live by a large bodies of water. So Yeah, that's just what I think about that one. It's crazy.
What did The Rock used to say? He was like, what is it? It doesn't matter what your name is.
It doesn't matter. They don't care. They're going to build it anyway.
And it's true, bro, because, like, look, I've said this time and time again, and they told, look, y'all think I take y'all down rabbit holes, and y'all think it's all just for poops and giggles. You think we just having a good time. No, I am truly informing the people what is about to happen to you. I said this months ago. I said this I even asked this question when I talked to We Energies. And We Energies, you know, they had their ideas and had their PR answers for me, you know, but I told them folks.
Dude tried to stump him. They said, dude.
You know, hey, for real. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get back to you on that.
Facts. You know, I'm going to have to actually pull that clip. I ain't even going to lie. But, you know, I said these things were happening, and I just want us as a community, the Juicy Jammers out there, to really get in front of these things, man, and get ahead of them, because Wisconsin is going to be gutted out, all right? The people included, all right? They've said, and I'm from Racine. I remember them saying in bills before, saying in 2017 that Racine one day was going to be turned into a smart city, all right? And at that time, I had no clue what a smart city was until I started to look at China. Okay, when I started to look at China, I started to understand what a smart city was. Eventually, I guarantee you, southeastern Wisconsin will be a surveilled state. It will be surveilled cities, because all the data centers will be right here. That will be more than likely powering the rest of the United States of America. So they need Lake Michigan, but they also need all the lakes in the state of Wisconsin. A lot of people go on to say in Minnesota that they have the most lakes, but no, it's truly right here. It's truly right here in the great state of Wisconsin, all right? I happen to know because I've also been on Lake Delavan, all right? I've been on Lake Delavan before, all right? I've been out there, and I've seen how big that lake is, okay? Eventually, Lake Lawn Resorts is probably more than likely going to think about something with the data centers as well, or have to have some kind of influence is going to be they're going to be influenced by what's happening as well, because all the lakes is just like, come on now, they need that water. But
well,
go ahead,
keep
Juice.
going.
Go ahead.
I was going to wrap it up.
Because I was going to go on a rant.
You are about to. You did already.
I just be telling people what it is, man. And it's just, look, we'll have robots walking around in Wisconsin before they got them out there in Kansas. I'm just going to put it out there like
okay. That. All right. And
Wisconsin has the most lakes, y'all.
And the 100 jobs it's going to open, to me, don't feel like nothing. But that's for a 700,000 foot facility and 100 jobs. Maybe I'm just tripping. I think they just going to have a bunch of tech running around up in there. But regardless of that, it's coming, and get ready for it. The last thing I'm going to bring up real quick is something very interesting that I saw that, I mean, some people might not think it's kind of crazy, but I think it's kind of weird. But would you ever buy a car on Amazon? Would you ever want to purchase a used vehicle on Amazon? Well, Ford has reached a deal with Amazon to sell certified used cars directly on Amazon's website, allowing buyers to browse, finance, and purchase a used car literally on Amazon, you guys. So you'll be able to shop, finance, and complete most of the purchase online before scheduling a pickup at a local dealership. The program, launching in select markets like Los Angeles, Seattle, and Dallas, features Ford Blue Advantage certified vehicles, which are inspected and come with warranties and roadside assistance. Customers can also take advantage of a 14-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee on these vehicles. And I'm just like, wow, we are in the times where you could literally purchase a car on Amazon. Amazon is a really big job. I don't think y'all realize how big Amazon as a company
conglomerate
is. It controls a lot of things, y'all. And the fact that you can now start to buy cars on there, who's to say what else in the future you'll be able to buy on there? Like, honestly.
You know, that's why
maybe adopt a baby.
You know what? Look,
in the future, have Amazon make you one in one of their facilities, because you know they're going to start doing that.
I know Jeff Bezos is a part of the oligarchy, but like, honestly, man, when I am an admirer of the things that he has done and accomplished in his lifetime, because ultimately Amazon, the company, was founded during my tenure here on this earth, all right? It was founded in 1995. This man just had a dream about just selling books out of his garage. That was literally it. That was it. It was just out of the garage. That's all he wanted to do, was sell books and hook everybody up across America with just that. So I've said this to say, if you got a dream, man, go ahead and accomplish that dream. Go out there and start it, because you don't know how that one dream may snowball into something that becomes much larger. You know, even
How
for
the heck
myself.
did you turn this inspirational?
Well, because I find people like him, I find people like Steve Jobs, I find them very inspiring. Like people who go out and really follow their dreams and accomplish what they set out to do, and then it just goes even bigger. I am an admirer of those type of people because I see myself as becoming that one day.
Man,
you know?
I'm just worried about how this is all going to play out in the end. That's what I'm concerned about, because all the control that Amazon has, what does that look like in the future? If you can literally do everything through Amazon, that's not good to have one major company controlling everything like that. That's more so what I think of.
I mean,
yeah, it's inspiring that he started as a little bookstore, but Mr. Bezos, you out here controlling a lot of things.
I think monopolies aren't ever good except for the company that founded them. So
yeah, well, hopefully he's donating to some people who need SNAP benefits, because
honestly, that's what I would do. Like, for real,
I'm just saying,
if I become like a multi-billionaire, y'all, by the time I get to like 65 or 70, I'm gonna give a lot of my monies away. I'll keep like $1 million for myself, but if I'm a billionaire, I'm giving a lot of my monies away, and I'm gonna make certain it gets into the hands of the people. Like, you know how Donald Trump is talking about giving out the $2,000 new stimmies or whatever? I'll just get it out of my own pocket to make certain that everybody can be fed and just living well, because I care about humanity. Vote for me in 2052.
All right, Ben's on his campaign run. You know who else is on a run right now for a certain campaign is Nicki Minaj, you guys.
Ooh.
Today, Nicki Minaj is set to speak to UN on attacks against Christians in Nigeria, and it has raised the question of, should celebrities get involved in politics, in political matters? Do you trust what it is that they have to say when it comes to politics, when they like to step their little toe in the political conversations? Do you think that the celebrities are a good influence when it comes to bringing awareness towards certain conversations that need to be had? That's what we're going to get into today, and I'm going to tell you exactly what Nicki Minaj is set to do and why and what is going on when we come back from our juice break. So keep it locked, you guys. Should celebrities get involved in political matters? We'll be back. Stay locked in. We'll be right back on Jammin' with Juice. But in the meantime, hit us in the chat and join the conversation. We'll take a look on the other side. If you want to stay in the know, you gotta sip on something juicy, where me, your girl Noni Juice, spills the juice on recent headlines you might have missed. From local Milwaukee stories to trending topics and breaking news, you gotta know what's going on. So I'm gonna keep you updated. So don't miss Something Juicy every single weekday in the 7 o'clock hour, exclusively right here on Jammin' with Juice. Keep it juicy, y'all. Hey, Jammin' with Juice is officially back, you guys. And you know what? I am so excited to be back with my co-star, okay? We got Benjamin in the building. Benjamin, how you feeling?
Amazing. No, seriously, Juicy Jammers, it is so great to be back over this airwaves, connected with you all over again. Thank you guys again just for holding it down with us, man, for so long. All the DMs, all the messages, all the likes, the comments.
Y'all definitely were doing your big one, reaching out to us and just keeping the show alive. You know what I'm saying? So now that we are officially back, make sure you tell everybody that you know.
Tell your mama.
Okay, that Jammin' with Juice is back to give you that daily
Tell
drop
your
of
daddy.
juice every single morning, okay? If you gotta go to the gas station, if you at the mall, whoever you run into,
Tell
just
your
let them
local
know,
drug dealer.
all right, that they gotta tap into Jammin' with Juice. Man, you are so crazy.
Okay, let's do it again.
Do it again? No,
Yeah.
let's see how it sounded first.
I don't think that sounded good.
I thought it was beautiful.
I thought the direction was there.
Do it.
Let's just do it one more time.
Do what?
Do it again.
Okay, what's
Tell the people. They listening right now. Tell the people. Tell the people what you need to tell them. What we need to tell them. Look, Juicy Jammers, from the bottom of Benjamin heart, I really appreciate you guys. When somebody, gets let go from their job.
We ain't doing that.
No?
No,
No?
we ain't talking about that.
Okay, we ain't doing all that. Just thank you, Juicy Jammers, man. Seriously, I found out throughout this time period. Okay, I don't want to be that deep. I know how to enunciate.
I'm not about to keep
Okay.
playing with you. Cut this up and call it a day.
Whatever, bro. Y'all really want this show?
Bro, this is a 30-second. We back. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your auntie, tell your baby daddy.
We back, but we ain't never left, okay? We ain't never left, all right? We just got a new platform, and it's our own platform.
Facts. But yeah, y'all was holding it down. We appreciate it so much. And we are just glad to be able to be back in community with all of you and to, entertain y'all. Because this is about to get even crazier. We on our own, Ben. We independent.
INDEPENDENT.
Do you know what that means? All right, Juicy Jammers, we're back from our juice break. We appreciate y'all for still kicking it with us. Now, let's get right back into the conversation on Jammin' with Juice.
Woo! Yeah. Who do you like? Woo! Yeah. Who do you like? Woo! Yeah. That's a car, living a dream. Yeah. My drip is supreme. Yeah. It's what I mean. I come with a crown, I come with a queen, and a couple of rings. That's just a reminder, don't talk on the team. And they off the green. Niggas come this and they use machines. Just remember this thing. What was you doing for all the green?
Who do you love? You was trying to get your bag right. Who you love? Who do you love? What is it?
You
What
with
is
this
it?
auto-tune.
What is that?
You know how I feel about auto-tune.
I really don't know how you feel about auto-tune, Juice. I have no idea how you feel.
Welcome back, everybody. You are tapped into Jammin' with Juice, baby. We just got into something juicy, and I let you guys know that Nicki Minaj, you guys, is getting political. Even though I feel like she's been a little bit political for a while. I don't know what's up with her and Kanye. They kind of one and the same to me. She's like the female version of him, like when he be crashing out.
Yeah.
For sure.
She be going in. I can't even front on that.
Oh, that's my phone. No, I was like, where is that? I was gonna get mad at you. Look at me. But anyway, Nicki Minaj, you guys, is set to address the UN on attacks against Christians in Nigeria with Ambassador Mike Waltz, you guys. So according to a senior political correspondent for Time, the rapper Nicki Minaj is going to partner with the United States U.S. Ambassador Mike Waltz on addressing the alleged genocide of Christians in Nigeria. They are set to speak on Tuesday, today, and share what the Trump administration is doing to help. Waltz said, "I look forward to standing with her," Nicki Minaj, "as we discuss the steps the president and his administration are taking to end the persecution of our Christian brothers and sisters." Waltz also praised Nicki for not remaining silent when it comes to injustice. She spoke out earlier in the month stating, quote, "No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Numerous countries all around the world are being affected by this horror, and it's dangerous to pretend that we don't notice." So, yeah, you guys, and on X, she responded to a tweet from Ambassador Mike Waltz where he said, quote, "Nicki Minaj is not only arguably the greatest female recording artist, but also a principled individual who refuses to remain silent in the face of injustice. I'm grateful she's leveraging her massive platform to spotlight the atrocities against Christians in Nigeria, and I look forward to standing with her as we discuss the steps the president and his administration are taking to end the prosecution of our Christian brothers and sisters." She reposted it and responded and said, "Ambassador, I am so grateful to be entrusted with an opportunity of this magnitude. I do not take it for granted. It means more than you know. The Barbs and I will never stand down in the face of injustice. We've been given our influence by God. There must be a bigger purpose." That is from the tweets of Miss Nicki Minaj, you guys. And I was about to start laughing only because this is just my own personal opinion, but what if like Nicki is kind of jealous in a sense? I don't want to say jealous, but kind of looking at Cardi B and how Cardi B has been very political throughout the last few years. You know, I think they had her interviewing Joe Biden, and she was at the rally for Kamala Harris here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Cardi B was up there. She had her speech. She was reading it. She looked good. Okay. And she's just very vocal and very open on her own platforms when it comes to what's going on in the country. Now, I'm not going to say she know 100% everything of what she's talking about, but hey, Cardi B be talking that talk, you know, and I'm not saying Nicki is doing everything just because Cardi is doing it, because this could 100% be something that Nicki Minaj wants to do, and it could be genuine on her end. But it's just very interesting to me how celebrities are starting to become a little bit more vocal about their values and their morals when it lies to the government, when it comes to religion, and all of the political madness that we have going on right here in 2025. But do y'all think that celebrities should get involved in political matters? You know, for Nicki to be about to speak to the UN talking about what the violence that's going on with the Christians in Nigeria that they are saying is happening. But do you think that that's something that Nicki should get into, or not even just Nicki, but anybody to that matter who is more so a celebrity? Is it important? Is it their responsibility to hop into those affairs?
Me personally, I don't think it's their responsibility for them to hop in political affairs or even, you know, international affairs, right? Because that's what Nicki Minaj is about to speak on. She's about to speak on the persecution of Christians out there in Nigeria, and the Nigerian. Why is that funny to you? People are dying.
I ain't talking about you. I was reading something.
People are dying, Juice, and you got a smile on your face. No. Man, sometimes I crack myself up, man, because I'm being serious as well. But no, seriously, like, you know, it's one of these things where I don't know why they chose Nicki Minaj to be the person who could speak to Nigeria out there to stop the persecution of Christians. I would have personally liked it if they went and got somebody like a Michelle Williams, you know, somebody who actually is somebody who sings gospel music, but at the same time is a devout Christian. You know, I think that would be more in alignment with what they got going on out there. Nicki Minaj, may she be a global superstar, what influence does she truly have when it comes down to people who want to kill, you know, Nigerians who want to identify as Christians? I don't think that is an alignment. It's one of these things where, you know, sometimes I think that the major media conglomerates, even the government, is tone deaf when it comes down to who they want to pick from the black community, so to speak, or the entertainment community to help unite nations. That's what the United Nations is for, is to unite nations, you know, not things that could be divisive towards nations. Like, I would hate to put this out there, but her influence may influence Nigerian women to go and get plastic butt surgery. You know, those types of ideas may permeate from this. But with that being said, you know, how are y'all feeling, Juicy Jammers, about Nicki Minaj going over there or speaking at the UN? Do we need to hear from her? Because it reminds me of a time when Hurricane Katrina had came through, and they're talking about they want to hear from Ja Rule. You know, what in the effort do we need to hear from Ja Rule from in a time of a crisis? Same thing that I'm saying about this Nicki Minaj idea. Why do Nigerians need to hear from Nicki Minaj right now in a time of a crisis where their brothers and sisters are dying? I don't need to hear from Nicki Minaj personally. Like, right now, if there was a mass genocide, which there is a mass genocide happening right here in the homeland, I don't need to hear from a Nicki Minaj telling me how to be a better person, whatever case may be. I would love to hear what she has to say, and I hope it influences people to make a better change and become a better version of themselves. But I don't see Nicki Minaj doing any of those types of things. I see her, just like you just mentioned before, with the Cardi B's. I see her destroying a young woman who's trying to make something of herself, targeting her children. You know, these are the types of things she just did 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks later, she's supposed to speak at the United Nations. She's supposed to speak at the UN to help unite nations. I don't see it, you know. But however, y'all call in at 414-360-8999.
Yeah, no, for sure. We're gonna keep this conversation going in hour 2 of Jammin with Juice in the 8 o'clock hour, but let us know how y'all are feeling. Do you feel like celebrities should or should not get involved in political matters and political conversations? 414-360-8999. Let me know how y'all feeling about it. We're going to get into more conversations when we return, so don't go nowhere. It's Jammin with Juice, y'all. We're going to take a quick juice break, Juicy Jammers. So now is your time to get your cups, get your refills, stand up and stretch your legs out. Use the bathroom. I don't know. Do something. Just don't go too far, because we'll be right back with more Jammin with Juice.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
Contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cindy Johnson today at 414-445-2558.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What up? It's me, Ben Jammin. When I wrote my new song, Killer, honestly, I wasn't sure what direction it was going to take. But by the time I finished the chorus, tears started rolling down my face. And I knew this wasn't just a song, it was a story that needed to be told. Growing up, so many of us hear and see messages about who we're supposed to be. Too often, those messages are built on negative stereotypes. We're told we're destined to be gangsters, drug dealers, or killers. And when you hear that long enough, some people start to believe it. They take that path and end up in a place they can't escape, dead or behind bars. Killer tells that story, but it also delivers the lesson that you don't have to be what the world tells you to be. You can be a doctor or a lawyer, a radio host, a game designer, a farmer, whoever you choose to be. It's your life. If this story resonates with you, go listen to my new record, Killer, now streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. It's amazing.
Yes, me. Make Jammin with Juice with no need. On our way to the TOP with our cities on our back like we gon' see.
Who is Carrie Noni, aka your girl Noni Juice? Well, if you're new here, I'm a Midwest girlie born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and have always had big media dreams. I have my bachelor's in broadcast journalism and a minor in communication. Your girl is certified, okay? And when I'm not on these Jammin with Juice airwaves, you'll catch me rocking the mic as the in-game host at Brewers or Marquette basketball games, while also building my media empire on my Noni Juice YouTube page and social media. So I invite you to follow the journey and get this daily drop of juice. Got a business, event, or brand you want the city to know about? You gotta let them know about it here. Jammin with Juice is where the people are listening, laughing, and showing love every single morning. Let's put your brand right in the mix. Whether it's an on-air mention, interview, or social media promo, we've got options that make sense for you. So if you're ready to get your message in front of our Juicy Jammers, hit us up at jamminwithjuice@gmail.com and let's work.
All right, Juicy Jammers, we're here, and we ain't going nowhere. So hit the chat and tell us how you really feel. We know you ain't got no filter.
I got friends that know my losses and wins, who never judge me for that. Who gon' love me like them? But like my sister Javonta and my mama and them, man, they love me with nothing. Who gon' love me like them? Or like the man.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody.
You are tapped into hour 2. Where'd the music go? Hour 2 of Jammin with Juice, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you want to know what the number is, actually, I'm going to put it in the chat and I'm going to pin it at the top. 414-360-8999, you guys, as we are about to talk about Miss Nicki Minaj, who is about to speak today to the UN about the attacks going on and the violence going on when it comes to the Christians in Nigeria. But it is coming with some backlash, you guys, because people are like, okay, why do we need to hear from celebrities? Why does Nicki Minaj feel like she has to use her platform to talk about this type of issue? Mm-hmm. And I can understand where Nicki is coming from, because
where is Nicki Minaj coming from?
I think she might be thinking like, okay, I do feel like this is an issue
I'm
in
Canadian.
Nigeria, and I do feel like nobody should be killed or harassed or judged for
But
the
does she
religion.
have the political prowess to speak to these people how she needs to?
Maybe she does. And that's what I'm going to be hopeful for, because I think really most of the backlash comes from celebrities not really knowing what it is that they're talking about and what they're being aligned with. Because I'm not going to lie to you, it's actually a lot of people who are kind of giving her some backlash on this situation, because they're saying that this entire narrative of the genocide happening with the Christians in Nigeria is just a smaller portion of the bigger picture of the situation, with the U.S. trying to quote unquote infiltrate Nigeria and have more influence over them in the future. And so they're saying, well, the United States could potentially be using Nicki Minaj to get this message across, because she is such a global star, and it seems like she is concerned about what's going on, but it's more so the bigger picture of it all that people are kind of concerned with, because it's like, okay, Nikki, do you understand what it is that you are actually aligning yourself with, and what brand, or not brand, but what brands could look at you differently as, with you speaking up about issues like this? And even the fact that she's potentially siding with a Trump administration, that could be detrimental to her brand in a sense, because she has been praising Mr. President Trump lately, and people are a little bit concerned about it. So they're like, okay, Nikki, what's your angle here? You know, are you trying to be this humanitarian that says, I care about the things that are going on in Nigeria? Or are you using this to do something else? You know, are you trying to be aligned with what the U.S. could potentially be trying to do, and trying to get into having more influence with Nigeria, especially since they are trying to be a little bit more independent and have their own infrastructures? What's really the reason? What is the reason? But when it comes to celebrities, I really just want them to know what it is that what they're talking about, because
Right.
I can't come on these airwaves and say that I don't think celebrities should talk about political matters, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they are important. They are influential, which is
Yeah.
why when the election time was coming out, we saw a bunch of different celebrities for both sides coming out saying who you should vote for. You had, what was that guy's name? He just recently passed away. The white dude with the gold, the blonde hair.
You talk about Hulk Hogan.
Yes, Hulk Hogan. Like,
Yeah.
he's one celebrity, you know, that obviously sided with Trump's side. But then on the Democratic side, you had like Beyonce come out and Kelly Rowland come out. And like we mentioned before, Cardi B came to speak at rallies. Like, it was a whole concert here in Milwaukee with Glorilla and what's that other girl name? But you know, I'm
MC
terrible
Lyte
with
came
names.
out?
A bunch of
Yeah.
people came.
Yeah.
But this is what the celebrities are doing now, using their influence to speak about issues that their demographic wouldn't necessarily know about if they weren't tapped into them. So I do think that there is a time and a place, but I just want to make sure that Nikki knows, and whoever else is aligning themselves with certain ideas knows exactly what it is they're saying, what they're doing, and why. That's all I want to know is does she know why in the bigger picture of it all?
And that's what I'm talking about though too, Juice, man. Like, you know, it sounds funny and hilarious that Nicki Minaj is going up there to the UN to speak, but as long as she's actually educated and informed and cares about the matter, then I'm willing to hear her say anything. Just like you know, any American out here who wants to speak up for, you know, injustices around the world. Like, if you can actually speak on that matter and have something valuable to say, then, you know, I think it's willing to, you know, I'm willing to lend an ear to it. But at the same time, with her having a big platform as she does, you know, I just hope she doesn't mislead the people. And I believe in Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually, you know, this is another thing about me that y'all may know or may not know. And I actually just said this yesterday, but we truly need to be on every faction of this here American economy that we possibly can. And, you know, Nicki Minaj may be a rapper, but branding wise, I think that it's always great when these big time rappers, from Kanye West to Rihanna to Jay-Z, get into these political matters. Because I personally believe, even a Beyonce, because I personally believe that they have, you know, not all of them, but some of them have our best interest at heart, or are somewhat of a Trojan horse to get us all in there, you know. And I've seen it again and time again where it was Rihanna. Rihanna's actually a part of the UN. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but she's actually a part of the UN, and she's the person who decided to get in there and came back to her homeland of Barbados and started to help out down there. And I forget the exact title that she has now, but in doing so, being a part of the UN, she was able to get her country a lot of different funds that had she not spoke up and became and joined the UN way back in the day, they wouldn't be able to get right now. Same thing for like Jay-Z. Jay-Z became a part of the UN back in like 2006. He joined the UN, became a part of the United Nations or some kind of advocate, whatever case may be. But in doing so, he went out there to Africa and started to put up water pipes out there in Africa and things like that. But I mean, even myself, I want to be a part of the UN, you know, and really get down that way, man. Because, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, the only way you can invoke change in your community or whatever is, you know, running in your local office, which is a great way to do it and go about those types of things. But, you know, I really want to impact the world in a major way. So I know if I'm going to do that, I have to, in some way, shape, or form political relationships with the United Nations.
I think some people might try to use that as leverage for their own selves too, though.
It's very
like
true.
They might look at, like, on the surface, it's like, oh yeah, I care about uniting all the nations together, right? Mm-hmm. But then underneath all that, it could be, no, I'm really just trying to build these relationships.
I got my own political agenda.
Yes, you know, trying to build the relationships, because like you said, relationships is very important. And if you have relationships with people who are in higher positions and in higher power, who know, that's how Trump got how far he got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's because he got friends in high places.
That's facts. Yeah, that's why I'm voting for the governor I'm voting for next year. All right.
Who's that?
I'm voting for Crowley. That's what I'm voting for. I really don't see nobody else who can mess with that man. I really don't. And when I'm talking about like all the other people who are running currently right now, the other candidates, I don't see anybody else that I'm willing to vote for. I do see an Asian woman who's from like Madison. I've seen and heard a few of her things, but I actually have a real relationship with David Crowley. So when it comes down to David Crowley, that's more than likely who I'm voting for, unless he messes up. All right, in between now and what the elections the next year, doing something crazy, maybe dropping talking bad about blacks or something like that. I think that's still the only way he actually would lose Ben Jammin's vote. But otherwise, I'm finna roll with my boy.
All right, same here.
But I got my own political agendas, right?
You're trying to run you're trying to build the relationships up so you can run yourself in 2052, right?
Yeah, because I'm going to become the president in 2052.
In 2052, exactly.
And how dope would it be that I already know a governor? You know, he's just one governor that I may know. You know, by 2052, I may know all of them.
For sure.
Make me friends of the show.
While Nikki is telling everybody what her intentions are as far as helping the Christians out there in Nigeria, we have another celebrity who has recently gone viral for their comments, Pharrell Williams. So let's hear what he has to say, because he is saying that he's not on either side.
We got a video clip?
Yeah.
All right.
I would hope so.
Let's play this video clip of Pharrell then, y'all. Let's see what Pharrell Williams got to say.
It's a magic trick that it's not real. I don't believe in either side, because I think when you pick a side, you are only, you are inadvertently supporting division. Yeah, it's not a popular point of view, but I just gotta say, like, think about it. The wells are drying up, and okay, now the diversity's off the table, now equity's off the table, now inclusion's off the table. So that makes me ask myself, okay, so how do we survive? Well, are there black people here tonight? Yeah. And in your heart, do you think for what it is that you do and who you are, do you think you're the best? Okay, so do you want the job because you're black or because you're the best? Do you want someone to support your startup because you're black or because you're the best? Right, so I think now for me it's about us having the best ambition. That's the reason why you should support these businesses. Yes, they happen to be black and brown, but it should be based on the thesis that we're the best, not because we are a total shade of a skin color. That's a point of view that I have now that I'm resting on. And if diversity, equity, and inclusion ever comes back in style, cool. But in the meantime, I'm going to focus on being the best because I can bank on that. Because that's what's going to get you the position. Where, I don't want you to give me anything. I want you to panic and not let me out the room because I'm the best.
Okay, very interesting take from Pharrell Williams. That was what he had to say when it comes to the political landscape. He was at the 5th annual Black Ambition Demo Day, and he's just saying, like, listen, I hate politics. I think it kind of divides us in a sense. So he's another celebrity who is coming forth and being a little bit more honest when it comes to the political era that we are in right now. And he's like, I don't like it. You know, but he's getting some backlash from those comments, and I understand somewhat where he's coming from, but some people are saying, like, okay, that sounds like a person who is so out of touch with regular people now and doesn't really, like, only cares about themselves in a sense. And I wouldn't say he cares about himself, but I will say his comments to me almost sounded like, I don't see color, in a sense. Like, you just need to be the best. Like, you just need to be the best. Who cares if you're Black, if you're white, if you're Asian, if you're Mexican, whatever. You just need to be the best, and that's going to work out for you. I don't want things getting handed to me just because I am Black. And I understand that, and I agree. It's like, okay, you just want to be the best regardless of what your race is. But at the end of the day, your race is literally, like, your color is there. Everyone sees that. That's what you walk into rooms with sometimes. And because of that, even if you are the best, you might not get certain opportunities, which is why certain systems are put in place to try to help and mitigate those types of things. But hey, that's just his opinion. He don't like politics.
Yeah, and that's cool. If he
That's
doesn't.
cool.
It's cool.
I ain't mad at him.
It's cool if he doesn't like politics, but Pharrell Williams is a smart gentleman who knows for a fact he has a platform, and as big as it is, as soon as he speaks on politics, it becomes political. You know, and a lot of the rhetoric that he spewed right there actually is aligns with right-wing ideology. All right, because what that was, just what he basically just said was the whole DEI idea.
I'm conservative.
Yeah.
That's the side I'm picking.
That's legitimately what the man basically just said. The whole DEI idea doesn't really matter, and it shouldn't matter, because he's like, I just want to be the best. You know, and if you're the best, that's the only thing that should matter. And although I do agree with being the best, because I definitely want to be the best, I do see people out there who, because of their skin color or because of whatever they may identify as, are left behind. You know, and you know, I grew up in the era of George Bush signing away and basically going on to go say that, you know, there should be no child left behind. You know, so I do believe that we can all win together, and I don't think that we should just leave people out because they're not the best. And that's just how I feel about it. But.
Right. And it just is like, man, I get where a lot of these celebs are coming from. Even like, but one that I am a little bit confused about is Stephen A. Smith.
I'm not confused about him at all. I know exactly what he's doing.
I don't know where this like shift has come, or even if it was a shift and I just didn't know about it because he didn't speak on it, but now he's more so speaking about politically what's going on. But it seems like he is constantly just siding with the Trump administration for whatever reason. Do you think it's just because he's trying to get in their good graces, so when things hit the fan, he's safe?
Yeah, it's a lot of that juice. His paycheck is tied to it, right? ESPN, Disney. It's tied to it all. So when we talk about, you know, how Stephen A. Smith has, for whatever our reason, came out to be the MAGA, the rabid dog that the MAGA people need, you know, he's became that. Like and honestly, I'm upset with Stephen A. Smith. I truly am. Yeah. You know, I was growing to liking Stephen A. Smith. I was like, you know what, man, he's a cool dude. I like his path. I like how he goes about speaking his ideas and whatever may have you. But as soon as he decided to start speaking on political ideas, when it was going from Kamala Harris to Jasmine Crockett, it seems to me that any black person who has some kind of power or develops a platform, Stephen A. Smith comes out of nowhere, like I said, like a rabid dog for the MAGA right-wing agenda, and he comes out and slams them every time. It's not like he even speaks to them as if he's trying to lift them up, or speaks to them as if he's trying to get, or speaks about them as if he's even trying to see them in a positive light, or try to see what they could possibly be doing to help out. He is literally for MAGA right now. You know, and it could be because, like I said before, his dollars are tied directly to it. You know, and he is the biggest black voice that they have commentating on those platforms. So why not use him? You know, Stephen A. Smith knows how this whole business works. A lot of those folks use and read scripts because they got how many producers back there telling them what they need to speak on and how they need to speak on it about it. And no, Stephen A. Smith, when you go on your rants, you need to go on your rant just like this. I guarantee you that's a lot of what is happening to him right now. And he may actually she truly believed those things. But I think it's super sad, especially the idea that, Donald Trump had said, I believe that Stephen A. Smith could be the president one day. After that, that let me know everything that I needed to know, because although even Kanye West was running for president, Donald Trump didn't believe Kanye West could be president. He said that, I believe Stephen A. Smith could be president. You want to know why? Because there's a relationship, a pact that was formed behind closed doors that the general public knows nothing about. So I'm just saying, man.
Do you feel
it's sad?
Do you feel like your support for an artist depends on what their political views are, or you don't care? Like for someone like a Stephen A., right? If you're a really big fan of Stephen A., if you're a sports journalist and you look up to a Stephen A., do you still look up to him even though his ideas might go against your own, or even for Pharrell or a Nicki?
No, I mean, Juice, personally, for me, as long as the political views aren't too out there, it's not too erroneous. I like that word today. I don't know why I'm using it so much, but it's not too erroneous. So it's not too it's not too erroneous to where it's impacting people's lives, where people are dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I just said about 20 minutes ago, Jeff Bezos. I actually admire his path into what he has done. Jeff Bezos is clearly a part of the oligarchy. He's clearly sitting at the tables with Donald Trump. But I admire how he got to where he went, Same thing with Pharrell Williams. I mean, I've always admired Pharrell, and what he just said right there shows me exactly how he thinks about this current political climate that we're in, but it doesn't make me dislike him. Even Nicki Minaj going up there speaking at the UN, I'm actually proud for her. If I don't have the bomb with me right now, but I drop a bomb for Nicki Minaj, because I think that is a huge thing. I think that's a huge achievement for any young black woman who made themselves up into who they needed to be to get to a platform like that to potentially help out, save lives. Because again, the whole reason she's even going over there to speak at the UN is because Christians are being persecuted. There are so many people here in America who claim to be Christian, who live under a false pretense of what Christianity is, who don't give a damn about what's happening with the Africans up over there. So the fact that she is speaking on that, and again, hopefully she can unite, I'm proud of her. And it's a hell of an accomplishment. It's a hell of an achievement. Shout out to Young Money, YMCMB.
I think people are kind of upset about it because they're saying that the United States is using this as a way to get into Nigeria. Because the whole Christians being killed in Nigeria, that might not be a lie, but why are they singling out the Christian idea when they're saying Muslims out there are getting killed, kids out there are getting killed, and so many other people are out there getting killed in Nigeria allegedly, but they're sticking onto the Christian idea only when there are other things going on, other genocides that are happening over in that area. So that's why they're saying that the United States could potentially be, or the government is potentially using Nicki to put this on a pedestal and to put this idea out there, because they want to try to get back into Nigeria, even though Nigeria is one of the countries that is trying to get away from Western influences. Correct. And so that's why they're saying, like, okay, if Nigeria is trying to get away from the U.S. and the U.S. knows that, and they don't want to lose the influence out there in Africa, specifically in Nigeria, because it's like one of the biggest economies over there, this is how they're going to do it. This is how they're going to infiltrate and be like, okay, listen, we have to help you guys because y'all are having an issue over there, even though Nigerians are like, we don't need y'all, like, leave us alone. So again, it's kind of like, Nicki, are you siding with the right side right now for whatever the big picture of it all is? I understand that Nicki is maybe she does want to be humanitarian, maybe she is saying like, hey, listen, I care about the Christians over there, but I'm more so thinking about the other issues that are at hand with them putting this message out there on such a large platform and using Nicki Minaj to do so. I don't want her to be used, I guess is what I'm saying. But if she knows what she's doing and she feels passionately about the situation, then go for it, if that's really what you want. But I just think that it's important for us to have people up there who truly do know what's going on.
No, I agree with that, Juice. But first I want to say you have to be used at some point in your life, or else you're just useless. Secondly, I would also go to say that Nicki Minaj is a smart woman. Onika is a smart woman. So on face value, it may just seem like, oh, I'm Nicki Minaj, I'm out here with the barbs, and I'm finna go ahead and speak for the UN, and I'm finna go and make certain that the Africans can not be persecuted anymore for being Christians. On face value, it looks good, but secondly, I get on the other end, I know for a fact there is an agenda that she has of her own that she's going to win at when it all comes to a head. But no, Juice, you're correct. The whole Christians down there are being persecuted. We need to get up over there and help them out. It's definitely a Trojan horse. The Christianity idea about America going over there to help out other quote unquote Christians is definitely a Trojan horse, because even that's the whole thing about this.
Trump ain't even Christian.
Well, and so that's what I'm trying to say though, Juice. It's like MAGA claims to be Christian, but they lack a lot of Christian values. Just being a good person. These are the same. The American Christianity is BS. I just want to throw that out there. American Christianity is BS. And when I talk about the American Christianity, I'm talking about the American Christianity that the KKK claims to be the religion of a Jesus. Who these are the same people who decided to burn a cross outside black people's homes and said this is all underneath the guise of Christianity. These are the same people. So these now are the same people who claim MAGA and are finna go ahead and say, hey, we're finna rescue a few African Christians up over there because they're being persecuted, but you can't even rescue the people right here in your own homes.
That's facts. And it's just like if Nigeria don't want you over there, then stop talking about
They're
it.
going over there for
Leave
oil.
them alone,
They're going
bro.
over there for oil. They're going over there because they want to mark their Western influence. They know that Africa is about to go through a whole economic boom.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's happening right now in Africa.
They don't want us.
And America cannot afford to lose our influence over there in Africa. We cannot afford to lose what we have going on up over there currently right now, because the way they see it is if we lose in Africa, then we lose as a nation in totality.
So that's why I'm saying this feels very forceful, and it seems like they are using Nicki in order to make it sound better, make it seem better, and put the idea on a pedestal, when really I don't know if that's something that we should be doing, but that's just my take on it. I don't have an issue with celebrities speaking out about political issues. We've saw a lot of celebrities come out when it was the George Floyd protests and things like that, and when we needed celebrities to come out and help rally and use their influence to try to get Kamala as the president. I get that. I understand it, because that's something that is a little bit more simple. But when it comes to like complex ideas, I don't know if I would 100% trust the average celebrity if I don't think that they know what it is that they're talking about. Not saying that's Nicki, not saying that's Pharrell, not saying that's Stephen A. Smith. I'm just saying overall, in general, in totality, they can use their platform, but just make sure you're not spreading misinformation, because your platform could be the only place that people get certain information.
Nah, for real, man. It's one of the things where we've seen celebrity marketing time and time again when they're ready to push a message. Like that, it's just what happens. They use celebrity influence so you can buy the idea of whatever they're selling. Whether it was with, Kamala Harris, as we just mentioned before, they got Beyonce selling Kamala, they got Don Cheadle selling Kamala, they got John Legend selling Kamala. Everybody was selling Kamala when Kamala Harris was running for president, including a few other radio stations, right? But with that being said, I'm not saying in totality that it is wrong. I am just saying that what you said before, Juice, I just want to make certain that it's coming from the right voice. Like, if we're talking about healthcare, I want to hear from a real doctor. I don't want to hear from Nicki Minaj. I don't want to hear from Jay-Z.
I'm not trying to hear from a Michelle Williams, though, as well on this topic. Like, that she's not a pilot. Like, I don't want to hear from her. I don't.
I would respect it a little bit more when I see her having a lot more Christian values versus what Nicki Minaj has did and done.
I mean, I guess. I was about to say some more stuff about like, I don't think it's necessarily about Christian values, but
do you really want plastic in your ass?
That is the conversation today.
I want to hear her talk like that today.
But I think now it's time to make room for the
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate.
What the heck is that?
Shout out to Allstate. Rabbit hole. Okay, so if you guys do not know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of information you find on the internet or experience in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another up until your curiosity is satisfied. And today, Juicy Jammers, I like that. I like that energy. I like that energy. And today, Juicy Jammers, we could talk about how a 19-year-old Brazilian woman delivered twins who each have different fathers, all right? Doctors say both boys were conceived within a single day. Within a single day.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Hey, they were conceived within a single day by two separate men, okay? A rare event known as heteropaternal superfecundation. That sounds freaky enough.
I just want to know, how did they know? Like, was one a white man and the other black man? So now the babies looked completely different, which honestly, they say is a thing that can happen from like the same dad, that one pops up black, the other pops up a little bit more white in complexion.
I ain't gonna lie.
For sure.
That would make me want to kill somebody. I ain't gonna lie.
One got blue eyes, one got brown.
I'm like, what the hell? Who been in your vagina?
Okay.
You know, that's what I would ask.
All right.
That's what I would ask. But no, today, Juicy Jammers, we're going to talk about a question I have. All right, y'all want to know what this question is?
Yes.
All right, today, Juicy Jammers, we're going to talk about a question I have. And that question is if white Americans do become a minority in the next 20 years, all right, if white Americans do become a minority in the next 20 years, would America really become a jungle? All right. And I know what I said sounds like I have no faith in humanity. All right. It sounds like I have no faith in, I guess, the minorities of current today. But it's supposed to sound like that. All right. It's supposed to sound a little racist. All right. Because,
it's supposed to sound a little racist.
Yeah, because when I actually heard the video clip that I'm going to play on the rabbit hole, it was racist as hell, all right? But it's supposed to sound like that. I have no faith in my fellow Americans because some people in this country, or who claim to be from this country and claim to hold American values near and dear to their hearts, believe exactly what I said, all right? They believe that if indeed white people do become a minority in the next 20 years, that America as we know it will turn into a jungle. What kind of jungle? Maybe Jurassic Park, all right? It might turn into Planet of the Apes after my black ass becomes the president in 2052. It may even turn into an underwater aquarium for all the people racists call wetbacks, all right? Hell, it could even turn into a planet known as Cybertron after Elon Musk robots take over. All right, so stand back and stand
Will
by.
America be a jungle? That's what they said, Josh. Will America be a jungle?
Hey, for real though. Also, stand back and stand by for the next 3 minutes to take a juice break. Because when we come back, we finna take our trip down the rabbit hole. Will America become a jungle if all the minorities take over? Will it turn into Planet of the Apes? Too many blacks. I love the blacks. Boop. But while you wait, make sure to go to our Instagram and follow and like our page, Jammin' with Juice. When we return, I will make sure to get on Carrie's nerves. See you soon, Juicy Jammers. Yo, what's up? It's me, your boy, Ben Jammin'. And when I need that fresh fade, that clean lineup, I only hit one spot ever, okay? And it's just called New Image Barbershop in Racine, Wisconsin. They don't just cut hair, they create confidence, all right? From fades to tapers, from beards to dreads. They'll have you looking brand new each and every time you walk out that chair. Walk-ins always welcome, appointments easy peasy, and the vibe is immaculate. So if you're in Racine and you want to step out looking like a new image, pull up to the shop that keeps the city fresh. That's New Image, where every cut's a masterpiece.
If you want to stay in the know, you gotta sip on something juicy, where me, your girl Noni Juice, spills the juice on recent headlines you might have missed. From local Milwaukee stories to trending topics and breaking news, you gotta know what's going on. So I'm gonna keep you updated. So don't miss Something Juicy every single weekday in the 7 o'clock hour, exclusively right here on Jammin' with Juice. Keep it juicy, y'all.
What's up, Juicy Jammers? It's me, your boy, Ben Jammin'. And when I'm not on this mic entertaining you all with my rabbit holes and laughs on Jammin' with Juice, I'm writing songs that express the other side of my Gemini. See, the heavens and the earth, they're both dual in nature.
finding that balance between your heart's desires and reality, and that's what I see as one of my greatest gifts. So tap into Jammin with Juice each and every day, because even if your cup feels half empty, you'll always leave with your cup filled. It's amazing.
Got a business, event, or brand you want the city to know about? You gotta let them know about it here. Jammin' with Juice is where the people are listening, laughing, and showing love every single morning. Let's put your brand right in the mix. Whether it's an on-air mention, interview, or social media promo, we've got options that make sense for you. So if you're ready to get your message in front of our Juicy Jammers, hit us up at jamminwithjuice@gmail.com and let's work.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee, wee, wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
That's right, y'all. You gotta get Allstate. So contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cynthia Johnson today.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And we're back. The juice break is over. So it's time to pour more of the juiciest conversations to get your day going. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm trying to do it right.
What you say?
I'm trying to tell you, like, where y'all want to be?
Need to bring back the instrumentals. Me talking underneath me is weird.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. You're tapped into Jammin' with Juice, and we are about to go down Benjamins.
Let's see.
Oh!
Going down my hole is wild. I guess you are going down my hole, though. I hope it's clean. Let's go down the rabbit hole! Okay, Juicy Jammers. If you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of information you find on the internet or experienced in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another until your curiosity is satisfied. And today, Juicy Jammers, for November 18th? My God. My rabbit hole question, if white Americans do become a minority in the next 20 years, would America really become a jungle? Actually stems from this rabbit hole of mine stems from a well-known billionaire, almost trillionaire's father, talking on CNN and having a discussion which I thought was going very good. I actually liked the discussion. I was like, okay, this is intriguing. I never actually, thought that the guy was a racist whatsoever until I heard him say a few things. I thought it was going pretty good, but then he threw us a curveball. So, just like we said before, I think it's time to take y'all down my rabbit hole. You can go all in my rabbit hole. Let's see what I am talking about right here, because this is crazy. And I just want to let y'all know, this is Elon Musk's dad. His name is like Elon Musk or something like that. But I'm going to play this rabbit hole video. Let's go.
You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? Do you want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country.
Yes.
So there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people.
No.
For decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work, we fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression, that's feeding them. Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud. Enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
You never saw it.
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, because you're white.
Oh snap! Because you're white. I love when they say white and it's like it sounds like they could do it with a Q because you're white. You never saw that type of oppression because you're white, Elon Musk. All right, now to me, when I hear people spew such ignorance, especially people like Elon Musk's dad, like when they're that age, I just think to myself, he doesn't have much time left on this earth. All right, that ideology is going to die out one day. But as I think about his offspring, Elon Musk having all that power and control at the tips of his fingers and the thought processes and ideologies and teachings of his father, it makes me think that if the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, then those robots that Elon Musk is creating will one day be used to enslave us just as they ancestors did, so they can make America great again in their vision, in their image. And if that's what they want, they can have it. But anyway, that was the end of my rabbit hole. Call in, text in, Juicy Jammers at 414-360-8999 and let me know if white Americans do become a minority in the next 20 years, which is speeding up rapidly. Some people aren't reproducing as much as they should. Will America become a jungle? Because as I said before, what makes America great isn't white people, although they are a great deal in there. I love my white brothers, all right? I have white people that I love, okay, near and dear to my heart, right? But that's not just what makes America great. It's truly what makes America great is truly everyone who lives here, from black to Spanish to Asian to Indian. There was even a report that came out that stated the most influential races here in America, all right? And I will tell you that on that list, white people weren't on top at all. In fact, the folks that they called monkeys were. But anyway, that's the end of my rabbit hole. Call in, text in at 414-360-8999 if white Americans do become a minority. Does America become a jungle?
I'm trying to understand what the jungle part, where the jungle part comes in.
It's some racist terminology in there. He used some racist verbiage because the first thing I guarantee you he was thinking of was monkeys.
But I'm saying, what did he mean by it'll be it'll be chaotic?
Be chaotic.
It'll be that we don't know how to run this thing, which I honestly feel like if you put some black people in charge, we're gonna be cracking. Okay, I'll say that right now. If black people became what?
They were talking about my rabbit hole in the chat, and that one guy said, "Is it a tight rabbit hole?"
Right. But I honestly feel like black people, if we were the majority, bro, the world would be
a better place.
Well, I'll just say the country for sure would be a whole lot better, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I think it is because of, this might be a hot take, but I think it is because of our Christian roots from when we came over here and when we were taught about, the Bible and Christianity from them white people at the time and all that other stuff. And then we got introduced to it, how we got introduced and indoctrinated into it. I do think that we have this loving and caring and respect that we have for other people, even when they are bad towards us. And I think that we will look out for one another, not even just us, but I'm saying the rest of the country. Like we would look out for everyone, not just the black people, not just the brown people, not just the other minorities who were minorities with us at the time,
the others that are oppressed.
Yeah, I 100% think that we would be looking out for every single person to make sure that everyone can live, and actually live, not just be surviving out here, trying to figure out healthcare, trying to figure out where they're going to get their food from, trying to, buy a home. I think we would take care of the country in a way that has never been seen before. 100%. And two, I think that's something that we honestly are waiting on, because it's about time. It is about time.
It is about time, Juice. And I agree 100% with you.
Let them scramble.
Yeah.
They think it's going to be a jungle. Let them think it's going to be a jungle. And then once it actually happens, they'll see.
If it does turn into a jungle, I guarantee you it'll be fruitful for everybody. Everybody
what
can
I'm
go ahead and
saying.
eat. Okay, because even when you listen to how Elon Musk, dad had even phrased that, I didn't know nothing about apartheid. I didn't see it because you were impacted by the oppression that you guys oppressed upon the people of the Africans in the southern nation of Africa. You know, and it's the same kind of ideology that has been permeated over here in America when they talk about, this isn't bad for the others. It looks good for me. That means clearly to me that you live in your own bubble and you probably shouldn't be somebody who actually has the power to change lives here in America. Because if you can't see the devastation that's on people's faces when they had to go through the idea of, hey, I may not be able to feed my kids. If you couldn't relate to that scenario, I don't think you should be at the top at all. So when the oppressed do become the people who have power, I am telling you that's when I believe this entire nation, if not the world, will become a better place for not just one group or community, but it will become great for everybody because and I'm not just speaking to blacks, I'm speaking to everybody because the people who are oppressed truly know what needs to be fixed around here so we can get things done. I mean, just look at the Hispanics. They know what needs to be fixed.
But, bro, that was really bad what you just said.
I love everybody, man. So all I'm saying with that
Dog
being
said they know it needs to be fixed. You're racist.
Hey, call me what you want. Call me what you want. I love everybody, man. Like, even when it does come to even when it comes down to, like, you know, other people's cultures, I think that's one of the best things about America is that we get a chance to experience everybody's culture. I mean, even here in Milwaukee, right? Like, I love being up here in Milwaukee because I can experience a little bit of everybody's food, whether it's Ruyi, you know, at Potawatomi, like Ruyi is an Asian cuisine. I can go and pull up that, right? But it's in a Native American Indians a casino, right? I can experience a little bit of everything. I can go and get some Indian food. I can go to the hood and actually get some black food or some African food. I can do those types of things. But if I was in another country that, you know, is predominantly ran by, I'm just going to say, if I went to Pakistan and I ate some Pakistani food, I'm predominantly going to run into their type of culture. But here in America, it's a melting pot because everybody's culture is mixing. And I actually am infatuated by that. Even when it comes down to me being from Racine, like we got O&H Bakery. That is the Danish cuisine down there. Like, and I love the O&H Bakery donuts. Okay, so everybody has something to offer to here to America. It's not just one particular race who has everything. Like Elon Musk had just said that, if the quote unquote minorities of today become the people that are in power in 20 years from now, what's going to happen with the cars? You guys don't like cars? You guys don't like electric cars? What are you saying? Black people can't make cars? You saying Hispanics can't make cars? You telling me Asians can't make cars as they're making them right now in South Korea? What are you saying? You sound very ignorant to me, Elon Musk, and you're Elon Musk's dad.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not surprising to me. Like, we see where Elon gets it from. We see where Elon's son gets it from.
That's
to be honest with you, it's a whole lineage of just Musks out here that's acting musty.
Yeah.
You know? And
and they're South African too. That's crazy.
And I just don't appreciate it for real. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I still be feeling some type of way about Elon products. You know, like, I don't use Twitter like that, but people say they like Grok. Have you used Grok? People really like Grok, they said, when it comes to like pop culture ideas and stuff like that, or even they have like Teslas. And sometimes I just be like, man, I don't want to support him in any way, but I don't know. That's just my own thoughts about it. But I'm just not surprised that this father is talking like this because come on now, Elon is the daddy. I mean, is the son.
Not for real. But call in Juicy Jammers at 414-360-8999 so you can get your voice heard, okay? And right now we're about to head to the phone lines.
And we got a caller.
Let's see who it is. Let's see who we're talking to. Let's see who the caller is. Caller, you're on. What's your name?
Good morning, Juicy Jammer.
Going once. Caller going twice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had myself on mute. Good morning, guys. I'm so happy you guys are back.
Good morning. Is this that one guy?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, what's good, my dog? How you doing? How you been?
How are you?
Doing all right. I've been all right. How you guys been?
We've been good.
Amazing.
We've been just sad. So glad
So
you're
happy.
back.
Well, I'm glad you guys are back. And I see you
about
got
this
some of your
conversation?
original listeners. I'm sorry?
Oh, no. What'd you say? I apologize. Go ahead.
I'm just happy you guys are back, and I see a lot of the original listeners are here too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
our
we got
Juicy
our
Jammers.
certified juicy jammers for
Facts,
show.
facts.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
they came through, showed love.
But yeah, on to the topic. I think we should all just intermingle with each other. You know, the white.
Make it a
I like
melting
that.
pot.
We'll make one color, and that solved everything.
Eh,
What
I'm all about going interracial.
Well, okay,
So
I'll put it out here like this, that one guy, because I do agree with your sentiment. I truly do, because at the end of the day, look, we all Americans. It is a melting pot, and I believe all these YNs of today who are light skinned or whatever. I believe that's what the future American will look like. And if you want a little rabbit hole, a lot of people talk about the Simpsons always predicting things. I think the biggest prediction that the Simpsons have predicted and has been in our faces the whole entire time is that majority of the people in that town are yellow. And I think every American in the future will be a light-skinned something, so I think that's
beautiful.
I think that's
We'll
really
be
what
one
the
color.
Simpsons are. Yeah, it's just
Let's
one
all
color.
just go interracial. Let's all just get together and just go interracial. Everybody just mix it up.
Let me ask you this: that one guy, man, who you trying to smash out here, bro? Who you trying to smash?
Are you married, that one guy?
Yes, I am married.
Beautiful.
Well, okay.
Let's keep it that.
Interracial
Let's
marriage.
keep it that way.
If you don't mind me asking, then what race is your queen?
She's white.
Okay. Oh, wait, that one guy. Are you born here in America?
I'd rather not say.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good. People out here that I don't agree with, so that's all right. But let me ask you this. When you decided to become romantically involved with the opposite sex, was it your goal to get with a white woman?
Well, we kind of just met and then we liked each other and we loved each other. It wasn't intentional, but I think that we are kind of looked at differently, because we're an interracial couple. Because I'm, Mexican and then she's white, so
Do you think
so obvious.
Now, are you looked differently? Are you looked at differently because of your family or her family, or is it you just think society?
No, like when we're together in public.
Got you.
Do you guys have children?
No, not yet, but they're gonna be little caramel babies, that's for sure.
No, that's beautiful.
That's dope, man. That's hard, bro. That's good, man. I'm always down for love, though, man, because you really don't never know how you're gonna find love, at all. So, did you always want a white woman, or
Bro,
I'm just asking. I'm asking
why
because
does that matter?
no, that one guy has me intrigued because we're talking about the future melting
He
pot
said he
of
met
America.
the lady and they liked each other and they got to kissing and stuff.
Have you ever been with another race besides
me
a
and
white
me and
woman?
her go back a long way. So
thank you, that one guy.
Thank you for taking my call.
Have you ever had a black woman before?
Ben.
No, I haven't.
Did this white woman take your virginity?
Okay, thank you so much, that one guy. We appreciate you so
didn't
much.
we cover that before in the previous episode?
Yeah, and Ben be horny for information he don't need. All right, thank you so much. Talk to you later.
All right, take it easy.
All right, that one guy.
too.
Be safe though, bro. All right.
Be safe.
God bless you.
Bro, what is your problem?
See, look.
What is your problem?
I just want to throw this out there.
You don't know how to do nothing right.
Well, because I love everybody, man, and whoever you love is who you love. My guy Winston, he has a white woman as well, all right, and he is actually Hispanic. However, when they talk about white people becoming the minority, the biggest demographic that is impacting the white nation are actually Hispanics.
You know what? I think I want to talk about that. I think I want to talk about that tomorrow.
I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Talk about what?
Talk about the Hispanics.
No, I'm not talking about Hispanics. I'm just saying I've been hearing more African American men saying that they want to date white women, and I want to unpack that a little bit.
Bro,
because why? But I'm saying
I really believe it's a misnomer.
I have been seeing black men say that they would prefer to be with white women over black women today, and I need to understand why. So maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow.
After talking to you, I understand why.
You know what? We're going to take a little pause for the cause, and we're going to wrap up the show with a bow when we come back from our
I
juice
know my
break
boy at
and
home
give
be like,
you
damn.
our drop of juice. So keep
Maybe
it
White
locked,
is
you guys.
right.
Keep it locked, you guys. We got more conversation coming up.
Oh,
Let's get you
snap.
coughing and
Oh,
everything.
snap, man. Hey, I'll be cracking myself up.
Whatever.
All right, Juicy Jammers, y'all know we're going to come back. But in the meantime, stay patient, stay waiting, and stay hopeful. The greatest things comes to those who wait. Take a sip of that.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee, wee, wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
Contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cindy Johnson today at 414-445-2558.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, Jammin' with Juice is officially back, you guys. And you know what? I am so excited to be back with my co-star. Okay, we got Ben Jammin in the building. Ben Jammin, how you feeling?
Amazing. No, seriously, Juicy Jammers, it is so great to be back over this airwaves, connecting with you all over again. Thank you guys again just for holding it down with us, man, for so long. All the DMs, all the messages, all the likes, the comments.
Y'all definitely were doing your big one, reaching out to us and just keeping the show alive. You know what I'm saying? So now that we are officially back, make sure you tell everybody that you know.
Tell your mama.
Okay, that Jammin' with Juice is back to give you that daily
Tell
drop
your
of
daddy.
juice every single morning. Okay, if you gotta go to the gas station, if you at the mall, whoever you run into,
Tell
just
your
let them
local
know.
drug dealer.
All right, that they gotta tap into Jammin' with Juice. Ben, you are so crazy.
Okay, let's do it again.
Do it again? No,
Yeah.
let's see how it sounded first.
I don't think that sounded good.
I thought it was beautiful.
I thought the direction was there.
Do it.
Let's just do it one more time.
Do what?
Do it again.
Okay, what's
Tell the people. They listening right now. Tell the people. Tell the people what you need to tell them. What we need to tell them. Look, Juicy Jammers, from the bottom of Ben Jammin' heart, I really appreciate you guys. When somebody, gets let go from their job.
We ain't doing that.
No,
we ain't talking about that.
Okay, we ain't doing all that. Just thank you, Juicy Jammers, man. Seriously, I found out throughout this time period. Okay, I don't want to be that deep. I know how to enunciate.
I'm not about to keep playing with you. Cut this up and call it a day.
Whatever, bro. Y'all really want this show?
Bro, this is a 30-second. We back. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your auntie, tell your baby daddy.
We back, but we ain't never left, okay? We ain't never left, all right? We just got a new platform, and it's our own platform.
Facts. But yeah, y'all was holding it down. We appreciate it so much. And we are just glad to be able to be back in community with all of you and to, entertain y'all. Because it's about to get even crazier. We on our own, Ben. We independent.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? You already know what it is. This is Jammin' with Juice. And make sure you go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to jamminwithjuice.com to become a certified Juicy Jammer. Remember, from here on out, you're amazing. I got friends that know my losses and wins who never judge me. Well, we are back.
Yes, we are back. That hurt my ears. I had to take that out my ears.
It hurt my ears too, and I apologize to y'all, Juicy Jammers.
Yeah, you guys, we're back. We're about to wrap up the show with a bow and give you our drop of juice right here, right now, as we are about to get the rest of our day started, y'all. Do you want to go first, Benjamin?
Ladies first, because I'm a gentleman.
Okay, sure. I had just saw a post online as we were on our break saying that there's a cloud outage right now, so a lot of websites and apps are down.
I saw that.
I'm trying to figure out exactly which ones real quick, but I ran out of time. But if you are having some issues either with like a ChatGPT or just any other cloud type of app and website, that is the reason why. And maybe I'll bring this up tomorrow a little bit, or I'll just say it right now. It's like with all of this new technology that we are having and all the different apps and the websites that we do use, it's been too many times where outages have happened and the tech just goes away and the systems are down, and I don't think that that's good. I don't think that's good at all. Because if people need that stuff either for work or for whatever it is that they need it for, and with us relying on technology so much and all the system outages that we could potentially have in the future, what could that mean?
Mm-hmm.
If we are only relying on tech?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're not listening to me.
No. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll be telling people. What
do you be telling people?
I'll be telling people about how the sun can come through and take away all of our internet stuff. I'll be saying it all the time. But y'all just don't be hearing me. I'll take y'all down a rabbit hole.
But what's
for
the solution?
The solution
it
is
ain't
to learn it yourself. Some of them old ways, going back to the actual paper copies of things, it's actually important. And we should, now I'm thinking about it. That's probably why we had lost volume about an hour ago. You know what I'm saying? It's because the cloud outage.
And it's still down?
No, our volume's great.
No, I'm saying the outage.
Yeah, but YouTube probably bounced back. All the other AIs and things of that nature didn't come all the way back. Anyway, look, if I'm giving y'all a drop of juice, one thing that I do want to leave y'all with is a new app that I'm actually using right now to bet. I'm a betting man. It's called Kalshi. Okay, Kal.
Give him a disclaimer that you're not giving it gambling advice.
I'm not giving no gambling advice. I'm just putting y'all on game on what this app is. I personally didn't know about it up until, I actually did know about it, but I didn't know the extent of how I could use this thing up until yesterday when I was watching CNN. But basically on this app, Kalshi, you can bet on anything that's happening in the world, from sports to politics to culture. Last night I actually voted on will the Frankenstein movie on Netflix be the #1 ranked movie on Netflix for like the third time in a row or whatever. So I'm betting right now, and if I actually do win, okay, my $25 turns into $611.
Well, good luck to you, brother.
And right now they have it to where, because the Epstein files is a thing. They have it to where you can vote on who will vote for releasing the Epstein files in the House, and I might bet on that one too. So I'm just
there's so many ways to make money out here.
Yeah.
Don't be out here be broke.
Yeah.
Just figure out a way, bro. There's so much money to make money today. But thank y'all so much for tapping in to Jam with Juice today.
Yeah, man.
Okay, shout out to McNutt who says we need to get a backup internet circuit. Yeah, because Cloudflare is down, you guys. So like X was down, ChatGPT was down. Wow. They said they were blaming it on an unusual spike in traffic before outage errors. And so that's all I'm saying is in the future, if we all are utilizing it and we need something at the same time, does that mean it's just gonna go out?
I just
gotta think about it.
I just know that a week from now they're gonna be like, oh, somebody hacked us, y'all. That's what happened.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'll say it up front, but this happened.
Thank you for tapping in. Let's do it again tomorrow. You know where to find us, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on YouTube. It's Jammin with Juice, baby.
And thank you guys so much for being so vulnerable, especially to that one guy. Thank you.
Yes, I'm your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juice.
Tyler, my brethren.
That is Jammin.
Yes. It is it is amazing.
Maybe we'll talk about black men going to white women tomorrow. Who knows? If y'all want that, we'll do it. But thank y'all. Have a good one. Be safe out there. If it's slushy out there, just be careful when y'all are driving.
Kyle.
Don't say his name no more. You know, he toe up into us.
Man, forget that. Forget
Bye.
that. You know how I'm rocking. I love both of them.
Uh-huh.
I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
So abrupt.